Good morning, everyone. Two separate atmospheric rivers poised to slam Southern California, including San Diego, in the coming week. I'm Evan Irani with your CBS 8 Plus extended forecast. We kick off our Thursday morning with round one. This is the first of two storms. First storm arriving with a good amount of intensity, especially close to the coastline. You can see how the majority of our county is inundated now with those showers. A lot of green on here, but that's just showing the lighter stuff. Moderate stuff coming down in the form of some thunderstorms close to the mountaintops. Also watching for more moderate activity arriving in North County in the coming hours. Now, depending on when you're tuning in, activity is going to be most intense through the AM stretch. So from 9 a.m. to noon, for example. After the noon hour, we're going to start to see that activity wane a bit. Lighter accumulations after about 3 p.m. expected, but there's still going to be those sporadic showers and even thunderstorms that are going to pop up in the forecast. So this is satellite radar as we speak. This is again 9 a.m. or so. Last couple hours have shown how those showers have really built along the coast and inland, enough to easily wet the roads. Now, this, of course, comes on the heels 10 days following record-breaking rainfall across Southern California. We saw in San Diego more than double what we would normally see in many months of January. Now we're anticipating that with this first storm impacting us on the 1st and 2nd of February, we could get our totals that we would normally see in the entire month of February just in the first 2 days. That's before that second atmospheric river arrives into early next week. So with this first storm, we've got a flood watch in play. It started at 6 a.m. It lasts through 10 a.m. tomorrow, but emphasis on this is that we're going to be seeing the majority of that heavier, more widespread precipitation occur today, Thursday. Friday, we're going to see more sporadic, isolated thunderstorms in the forecast. So here's our future models moving forward. Yellow, orange, and red are the most concerning parts of this, and in particular, orange and red. So here's 10:30 a.m. We're starting to see spreading across the 8 freeway of moderate activity. Heavier stuff coming from North County, pushing through from Del Mar down through San Diego by the time we get to about 12:30, 1 p.m. After 1 p.m., this starts to taper off from west to east. So notice we start to see the coastline get a little bit of a break in there. East County, going to see those showers end last, and especially if you're across areas like Borrego Springs, for example, while your accumulations will be mostly into that clock time frame, still going to be coming down. Now, I hesitate to say we get a lull, because what we're going to see more so is the breaking apart of these cells. We're going to see a lot more sporadic, isolated activity from 3:30 p.m. onwards. So notice we still have a lot of those showers developing. 6 p.m., not going to have as nearly of a wet commute as what we are seeing right now, for example, but the evening commute could still involve very wet roads, some pooling and ponding taking place from the heavier rain throughout the morning, and then we'll also encounter a handful of more sporadic showers. By about 10 p.m., we've got a line of a couple thunderstorms that could arrive. That's areas of orange and red, and that's going to arrive again from west to east. That's going to be our best opportunity to see some snow over the mountaintops. You might have noticed that purple and pink that was scattered across areas like Palomar Mountain and Mount Laguna. Those spots expecting 3 to 4 inches of snow, so a good amount for Mount Laguna and Palomar Mountain. All other locations just don't really meet the threshold. Seems to be maybe a dusting to an inch if they're lucky. Okay, want to point out the break that we get between these two storms. So first storm, storm number 1, both atmospheric rivers, both tapping into a lot of moisture. But the second storm is likely going to be elongated. It's a longer stretch of moisture across the Pacific, a pineapple express as we call it, basically tapping into a fire hose of subtropical moisture. So the first one is a quick one, today and tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. So after Friday afternoon comes around, we're really going to start to see that activity taper off. Friday morning commute, still going to be a wet one out there. Roads will be wet, sporadic showers, and some decent cloud cover. By the afternoon, we'll start to see some improvements, drier conditions. Saturday and Sunday, we get a lull in activity. Things break down a bit. Sunny skies possible for both afternoons. And then Monday, that chance climbs back to 62%, 83% on Tuesday. And usually these percentages coincide with a confidence in higher accumulations. So that means that Tuesday could bring us the heaviest accumulations. Still good amount on Wednesday. And then this now seems to lead us all the way through Thursday, a 4-day stretch of rain for that second storm. So going to lead us to a good amount of precipitation. We don't have confidence in total precipitation numbers for next week, but a lot of them have pointed to an inch per day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That would be 4 inches if we go into the 4 days of next week with that rain. Still uncertain, still have to pin down specifics with that. It's just too far out for us to have a lot of confidence in that. What we do have a lot of confidence in are these numbers. 1 to 2 inches is what we're expecting for Thursday and Friday. By the time we get into early Saturday morning, this is how much will be on the ground. Again, 1 to 2 inches is the general forecast number. Localized heavier accumulations of 3 to 4 inches, easily possible, just not going to be all that common. Now, those are totals for Thursday and Friday. So by the time we get through the end of the day today, the bulk of that is going to come down. I'd say closer to 1.5 inches or so. And then we may reserve that second half an inch or so for the day tomorrow. When we head through the day on Saturday, Sunday, we're back to dry skies. And in some cases, those dry skies could start as early as Friday afternoon. That's the first wave. We get the break. Second atmospheric river arrives Monday. Monday through Thursday taps into that subtropical moisture. That's going to be a little bit warmer of a storm, but doesn't show a dramatic rise in temperatures. We will get a little bit of a boost over the course of the weekend, though, but it does mean that that second storm will likely come all in the form of rain across our mountains and our deserts. This is going to come along as a major wind event, this first storm, Thursday and Friday. So wind gusts across the coastline and inland have picked up dramatically and will stay very steady through Friday before dying down. So prepare for palm fronds on the ground, pooling and ponding on the roadways. Question on hand is, are we going to see the same type of flooding that we saw 1 week ago or just over a week ago? And right now, all indications point to no. All of these totals, right, rain totals, are in some cases less than half of what we saw over the course of that last storm. And that last storm brought about 1 inch to 2 inches per hour. This storm we're looking at about 3/4 of an inch per hour. So is there still the possibility of flooding? There is with any storm. Fashion Valley, for example, San Diego River, bound to see some of that flooding take place. But low-lying areas, rivers, creeks, streams, lakes, all expected to see, yes, some overflowing easily possible. It is just the flash flooding that we're going to stay mainly in tune to with that as a possibility. And of course, watching areas like Encanto, South Crest, Choice View areas that are already dealing with the aftermath of the storm 10 days ago. Across the mountains and deserts, again, this is mainly going to be a rain event for the mountains, but tonight into early tomorrow could pick up on some of that snow. We dry out across the mountains and deserts as well for Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures climb just a bit. We'll see those temperatures cool down, and our next round for precipitation Monday through Thursday of next week. That'll be the second atmospheric river. If you join us over the course of the weekend, and then of course Monday morning starting at 4:30 a.m., we'll be able to give you more specifics as to how this storm is shaping up, what to expect. I get it. A lot of people are on edge following this last storm, but we called what we saw over a week ago a 1 in 50 year, 1 in 100 year storm. There's a reason why, because it doesn't come every week. So we are not expecting this storm to be nearly as dramatic, as damaging as the previous. And that means that sure, we could still see some flooding. We could still see some damage, pulling and ponding on the roads. If you can stay off the roads, it's suggested you do so for non-essential travel. Clear those roads for emergency vehicles who will need them. And besides that, just practice your normal safety, defensive driving. Make sure you're prepared. If you need those sandbags, there are locations across the county that have them. So we're more just asking that you be responsible and be prepared for what's to come. 1 to 2 inches today, more rain next week for that second atmospheric river. Hey, we can at least celebrate that we are going to be picking up on our total rainfall that we normally see over the month of February. That means that we could be shaping up pretty nicely for a very similar winter to what we saw last year, which was basically 2 winters in one. And we know that our nature out there does enjoy that. All right, that is going to do it for your CBS 8 Plus extended forecast. Again, there's a lot of info going into this. Download the CBS 8 app, sign up for those push notifications. We'll give you updates as we get them. Have a safe day out there.